Hey, good afternoon, everyone. We continue today's press conference. We have head coach Nick Cushing. If you have a question, please raise your hand. We'll go with Scott Churchson.
Hey, Coach. Thanks for the time as always. I appreciate it. You guys just saw Cincinnati barely 3 weeks ago. Talk a little bit about what you picked up from that match and playing them at home, where actually on the road they've only had one win in 5 matches. Thank
Um, yeah, I think playing them helps in the sense of becoming familiar with the team that you're going to play. I think they're a really mature team. They're a team that's had the opportunity to play together in the previous year. They're really building that chemistry between the side, whether it's, the front players working off each other. I think Lucia Costa has become really important for them in their offensive game. We know that they can play if we give them space. We know that they're comfortable going direct into two strikers, and we just came up against that against Philadelphia. And we've also suffered against them in set play in that game. So we know they're a team in form and they're going to be a difficult game, but we have our own motivations and our own real strong desires in how we want to go about the game and what's important to us. So we know it'll be a difficult game, but they all are in our league.
John Lupo.
Nick, I just asked Talis this, but playing two teams back to back like Philadelphia and Cincinnati that are very similar, very physical. It seemed like Philadelphia was winning a lot of the physical battles, especially in the middle of the park, and they have elite players in Gazdag and Carranza, and of course Cincinnati has Acosta and Vasquez and Brenner when they're all healthy. Do you feel like that there are certain, since they play so similarly, do you feel like there are certain adjustments you can make from what you saw against Philly to Cincinnati, and also, of course, to when you saw them in the Cup as to this game now on Wednesday?
I think we have to be more physical ourselves. I think we have to know in our league, we're a football team. We can play football. We can get the ball down and keep possession and create goal chances, but there's always going to be a physical element to the games. Of course, against teams like Cincinnati, like teams like Philadelphia, their game style is the majority, is built around the physicality of the game. And, you have to cope in those moments. We have to be better. We have to be more physical. We can't just rely on our ability to play football. And I think we have to be better at that. We've seen that in the two goals against Philadelphia. So the Cincinnati game will be no different. I thought we coped with that well away, apart from the set play goal that we gave away. We didn't give away a lot of goal chances in that game. Disappointed to give away the set play, but we have to cope in those moments. We have to relish them and make sure that we can play that side of the game, because like I say, it's a huge part of our league.
Caroline.
Hey Nick, thanks for the time as always. Just after a squad update, how is everyone after Saturday? Obviously a couple of injuries there.
Yeah, Richard Ledesma is fine. He got impact. Thiago Martins won't be available for the game. It's with the injury that he got, we're still in that the phase of trying to diagnose the injury. It's not something that will come really quickly. It's going to take a few days for us to get that, not only to see what the injury is, but to get it diagnosed by, the right people. So everybody else, Alfredo Morales has trained fully, so he should be healthy. Mateus Pellegrini is really progressing and hopefully will come quicker. Michi Elenic is completely 50-50. Everybody else has been fine and came through the game okay.
John Lupo, you have another one?
Nick, with all these games so close together, do you feel like that with some of the results having not gone your way recently, it's good that you get right back out there, and also not expecting you to give away who you may or may not rotate in or out, but squad rotation, do you feel like that's important too, to get everybody, involved in the game, especially with the fact that there'll be an international break coming up and then the League's Cup will be coming up, just to sort of keep them sharp and have them ready for the important games, obviously later on in this.
Yeah, of course. I think there's two elements to that. There's a lot of games coming thick and fast, so we have to make sure that we keep guys healthy. We have to make sure that we try and avoid the problems that we're getting at the moment with the small injuries. And the only way to do that is to control the load in the guys, playing a lot of football in a short space of time. So we will definitely 100% rotate. We have to. The other side is we're not winning football games. So we have to try and find the right balance of guys that are going to give us not only the real, strengths that we have in the way that we play football, but also the maturity and the mentality that's going to help us suffer in those moments. And, we have to find that balance quickly, because at the moment we seem to be suffering in areas, fixing areas, and then suffering in other areas. And I think that's part of a new team, part of a young team. And if we can affect that quickly by changing the team, for sure we will do that.
And final one, going back to you, Caroline.
Thanks. Yeah, I was just going to ask, with the unbeaten run at home having snapped on Saturday, is that an extra motivation ahead of this week to get back to winning ways in front of your own fans?
Yeah, I think ultimately, we were disappointed in our away record, and we want to put that right. But at the moment, we have a cluster of home games, and we've had a good home record leading into Saturday. It is something that we are disappointed that we've lost it, but it's another opportunity on Wednesday. And the goal for us is always to play for our fans and to entertain our fans, and ultimately to win for our fans. And, I think irrelevant of result, and we'll look at areas where we can be better. The support on Saturday was excellent. Again, I thought the start of the game, the tifo was incredible. The guys really loved to see the tifo, from the third rail guys supported us incredibly well. We really, really appreciate that, and we'll always appreciate the support we get from those guys. They're with us through thick and thin. And I think for us, it's, we just want to give back every game, and we're so pleased that we've won games at home, and we want to get back to winning ways. We felt we played well in the first 40 minutes, and we lost the game in a small space of time. And for us, the main driver is to give back to those guys with performance and wins. And for sure, within the locker room, when I look in the guys' eyes and the staff, we want to win for those guys, for our fans at home.
Great. Thanks, everyone.